Good day, maayong adlaw sa tanan. I am Rain and I am from Section D and we are kicking off the discussion for Module 2. So our team has been working on this module report, Sir Joel, Sir Alden, Ma'am Camille, Sir Rod, Sir Mar, Sir Luis, and Ma'am Claire, with each of us tackling different parts of this module. And as for me, I'll be discussing about approaches or domains in communication for development, specifically development communication, development support communication or DSC, diffusion of innovations or innovation decision process, and educational communication. So here we go with the first one. Let's have a closer look at development communication and read this quote from Cabral of 1997. So, development communication is the art and science of human communication linked to a society's planned transformation from a state of poverty to one of dynamic socio-economic growth that makes for greater equity and for larger unfolding of individual potential. So, such a profound definition, right? So, basically, it's all about using communication to spark change and help societies grow in a way that benefits everyone. So, it's not just about throwing information out there like on television, on radio, on social media, among many other channels. It's more like immersing and working directly with the communities using all sorts of communication tools like talking, writing, um, creating videos, or whatever works to enlighten these communities about important information and many, many things that would impact their lives in many good ways. And like what's written in the previous slide, it serves as a tool to inform and educate the masses about essential aspects of development, including access to education, food, medicine, livelihood opportunities, as well as the government, technology, and basic rights, among many, many other things. It's about making sure that information actually makes a difference in people's lives. For example, this is a very common scenario. Let's cite a rural community where many children are not attending school regularly due to lack of awareness about its importance or just because they are needed for farming or household chores. So in that scenario, development communication could involve setting up community meetings where local leaders and educators discuss the benefits of education, create poster or pamphlets, among many other communication materials in the local language to distribute in the village, and maybe organize storytelling sessions where successful individuals from similar backgrounds share how education transformed their lives. Then now let's talk about how the approach of development has evolved over time. So in the past, development was mostly measured by economic indicators like, for example, the GDP and the growth of infrastructure. Before, it was all about building roads, building bridges, and factories, among many other infrastructures. But as time went on, we started realizing that development should be about more than just numbers. It should be about improving people's lives, especially those who are struggling with poverty. So the focus shifted towards making sure everyone has access to basic needs like food, clean water, education, and healthcare. It's not just about building big things, it's about making life better for everyone. So that's what we mean by the contemporary metrics here, measuring development by how much it improves people's well being. Now, let's take a look at the academic offerings related to development communication at UP Los Baños. So, there are four main curricula available: Bachelor of Science in Development Communication or the BSDC, Master of Professional Studies, Master of Science in Professional Studies, and Doctor of Philosophy. And now, here's an exhaustive list of key activities in development communication. There's a long list, and I am not going to read all of them. But here's a key takeaway from me. Technology really advances and new communication channels emerge. And we can expect additional activities to explore and incorporate into our work as development communication practitioners. So it's important that we stay adaptable and keep an eye out for new opportunities to enhance our impact. Now let's delve into our second topic, development support communication, or the DSC. According to Koldevin of 1987, DSC is defined as the systematic utilization of appropriate communication channels and techniques to increase people's participation in development and to inform, motivate, and train rural populations, mainly at the grassroots level. So, in simpler terms, it's about using effective communication strategies to empower local communities, encourage their involvement in development initiatives, and provide them with the information and skills they need to thrive. Drawing some parallels, development support communication or DSC shares similarities with communication for technology transfer in agriculture or the CTTA as reported by my group mate Miss Camille and strategic extension campaigns SEC by Sir Luis. So this three follows a five-step process, only that SEC has plus 1P, which stands for project or program, and that DSC and CTTA are both applied in agriculture programs, while SEC is more on health and family planning. Nonetheless, these three evolve around this five-step process. One, assessment or development investigation. Two, planning or strategy development. Three, materials preparation and message delivery. And fourth, implementation. And fifth, first, assessment or development investigation. Second, planning or strategy and development. Third, materials preparation and message delivery. Fourth, implementation. And lastly, delivery. But DSC expands its approach to cover a more comprehensive process, which involves 11 specific steps. So, first is to identify the specific needs and challenges of the target community or audience. Second is to define clear and achievable goals for the DSC initiative. Third is to analyze the social Third is to analyze the current social, economic, and cultural context of the target community. Fourth is to understand the characteristics, preferences, and communication needs of the target audience. Fifth is to establish specific communication objectives aligned with overall development goals. Sixth is to develop compelling messages and select appropriate communication channels to reach the target audience effectively. Seventh, to create and test communication materials to ensure they resonate with the target audience. Eighth is to distribute the communication materials and monitor their reception and impact. Ninth is to produce the final versions of communication materials based on feedback and evaluation. Tenth is to assess the overall effectiveness and impact of the DSC initiative on the target audience and development goals. And lastly, reflect on the results of the evaluation and adjust strategies for future projects based on lessons learned.